Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us are the ATS-20 Plus. This is an AM, FM, longwave, shortwave, single sideband portable radio. During this video, I'll perform an evening AM band scan of the Chicagoland area. Here we can pick up. We'll be hooking up the C.Crane twin coil antenna system directly to this radio. There'll be a first. We'll hear what it picks up. Should pick up quite a bit during the evening. I don't see any problems. During the day, it was fantastic. The evening, I see it working just fine. So, very cool setup here. But yeah, first we'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, and third we'll start cruising the evening band. So the ATS-20 Plus. A little affordable. You can find it anywhere from $25 to $40 at various locations. Pay link section below and maybe off to the right here. Take a look, find a good one around $30, $35, and you're doing well. This is a really cool radio. It's for the enthusiast. It definitely, it has no presets. It's all about tuning the radio. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. So let's go over features of the ATS-20 Plus. Let me just pull it out of the box here. I'm going to use this as a stand. This will help me out. I want to try to feature the radio while we're tuning it. But while we're not, let's look at the radio. So what you get is an aluminum enclosure, which I think is pretty neat for the price point. Not bad. On top, we got a 3-inch speaker. There you go. In the front and back, we have PCB ends. And the back here, you guys see the setup. We have two ports. We have a mini USB and a USB-C. USB-C is for charging the internal battery, and the top one here is for flashing the Arduino Nano. It's this guy right here, same chip that's residing inside this radio. And this microcontroller actually controls everything and also controls the DSP that's inside here by Silicon Labs. And that chip is the 4732. So yeah, it's pretty neat. So it's capable of a lot of things, and especially single sideband for the price. But it's in there, a little chip like that. I love it. And these things are neat because they can do everything. They can make projects, do different things, and they can power a radio. Love seeing that. On-off switch, charge LED, headphone jack, BNC female, nice. And then we have a FM AM switch. Now this is interesting. This is for a FM bandpass filter. So if you're on AM, it engages that filter so you don't have any FM bleed through. Like to have that. And going to the front here, I'll put this back in the box. We can go over to buttons and the screen, the various aspects. And then we'll get to hooking it up to the antenna and start tuning here in a moment. But let's go over the features really quick. We'll go over the basics. I did a thorough review. You can check out in the iCard section above or below, wherever I have it. And yeah, see what this radio is about. So looking at the screen, this is a 1-inch OLED. It's a pretty small screen, but it's so vibrant. And I want to point out that you can look at this thing at almost any viewing angle, and you can see it even from the edge. So yeah, people that complain it's too small, no, it's very legible and it's very intense. And yeah, the new firmware I'm using is the ATS_EX, and that allows you to change the brightness of the screen as well. Yeah, so that's nice. You can do a lot of different brightness levels on the screen. So looking at the display, you can see it's got the modulation type here in the upper left-hand corner. It says AM. And the bottom left says the band we're on. We're on medium wave band. Our band width is 3 kilohertz at the moment. Our frequency, 530. We have M, that means muted volume. Below it is a step value. We're on 10 kilohertz. And then our battery life is 96%. Now that's pretty neat. If you have your radio, you usually have to do a mod to get that to display properly. It's just 2 resistors soldered to the board and to the Arduino. So it's a very simple mod to do. Nothing spectacular there, just 2 10K resistors. Yeah, I think one from ground, one from positive. Going to, I forget the numbers, but they tell you in the instructions. And I'll have a link to the instructions how to flash the new firmware, and they go over that mod as well. Very cool. So that's the display. Now the buttons, when you get your radio, your band, volume buttons, step, AGC, bandwidth, and mode will work just as they're labeled. This radio that doesn't. Like the AGC button, if I tap that button, it'll actually watch. It turns off the display. Pretty cool. And then while you're in single sideband mode, if you want to engage the synchronous detection, you press and hold the AGC button. Something we may or may not do today. I don't know. I usually don't use it. So it's not something I actively try to use. But single sideband can help some people in certain areas. Like our band buttons, now we have a menu on band minus. So if we hit band minus, we we got this cool little menu. As you can see, it has quite a few options. I believe Band Plus. Let's go to the second page. Yep, there's the second page. Again, you can control the CPU, how much percentage you want to use on that Arduino. And then the final page, you can see, you can calibrate, I believe, the BFO, scale, units on, scale on, CW, upper sideband. So yeah, it's a really neat setup there. There's page 1 again. There's soft muting. There's all kinds of neat things. So I go over that. Automatic volume control. So let's exit that. And then you got your, like I said, volume up and down. Very simple. I think volume down has a special ability. When you short press this, it mutes. So that's handy. Like that. And yeah, bandwidth is pretty straightforward. Mode accesses the upper and lower sideband. So if you're using the mode button here, yeah, you'll get your upper lower sideband modulation, and then you're able to use that synchronous detection by holding the AGC button. Really neat. Step, if we long press this, it brings up a signal strength indicator on the bottom. We're going to be using that tonight. So you'll see me hitting this, long pressing it to change this bottom display from that battery life and stepping to show a little bar graph. And that'll give me an idea how tuned I am. So very cool. So I think I covered most everything on the buttons. I mean, they're pretty basic. You'll see me using them. And if I miss something, I'll explain it as we go. So yeah, for size comparison, I always have like the radios handy. Here's a CC Pocket in the house. It's kind of to the side. Give you an idea. For height, they're about almost the same height. There you go. It's 11:39. That's p.m. Central Daylight Time in Chicago, Illinois, USA, for the sake of the band scan. And it's currently April 2025. Pretty cool. So there's the radio, and let's see what else we got. We got a deck of cards. Iron Man, he's the man with a master plan. He loves cheap Chinese radios with single side band. He's Iron Man, yeah. Iron Man approved. And then, of course, the star of the show, along with the radio, is going to be the C.Crane twin coil ferrite. Now, this is a 200 millimeter ferrite residing in this cabinet here, and this little cable goes to the control box, which we'll have off to the side, kind of out of focus, but you'll see me tuning this as we go. And then I'll be turning this off camera on my left-hand side, about 3 feet away and elevated about 2 feet. So that way we're able to get a good clean signal. So put that up on top of that box. So we're ready to go. Yeah, all right, great. So let's get this thing going. So I think I can do this on camera. I have a little patch cable. It's a BNC to a female 3.5 millimeter tip sleeve jack. So TS 3.5 millimeter female to a male BNC, hooking up to that female jack in the back here. So we're going to go ahead and just hook this right up to the twin coil, which has an output of that said jack, tip sleeve. And this is just like a Eurorack audio cable. Works for signal as well. There we are, connected. And now we have to connect it to the radio. So this is the fun part. Usually I just like fade to black, but I'm showing you guys how it's done. So there is the back of the radio, and here's the cable coming in. And as you can see, we just got to put those together. So I'm doing this blind. Maybe we can do it on camera. Bear with me. There it is, locked in place. A real simple setup. All right, feed some of that wire out there. All right, cool. We're ready to rock and roll. I like it. So we're going to go ahead and turn the antenna system on. We're going to go to that bar graph. So we're going to press and hold step and let go. There's our bar graph. Yeah, cool. It's working. Kind of move this over here a little bit and move this into frame so you can kind of see me tuning away a little bit. Tuning that antenna system. I'll be moving these. The outside ring is coarse and the inside ring is fine tuning. So let's see if we pick up Cuba. I might. Let's see what happens. Let's turn this up. Okay, I'm not sure if that's copyright music or not, but that's Cuba, 1,700 miles away, coming in rather bright. I'm pretty impressed with the signal quality I'm getting there. Wow, that's amazing. I don't think I can get any better. I think that's as good as it gets. Yeah, I'm tweaked all the way out with the 200 millimeter ferrite right there. That's a thing of beauty. Yeah, loving it. All right, let's keep going. Okay, there's a little bit more noise in this signal. I turned the antenna about 90 degrees away. I'm pointing it so it can pick up Brampton, Ontario. This is CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts. It's pretty quiet. Okay, so it appears that WAUK is down, and what we're picking up here is CBK, Watrous, Saskatchewan, just barely, which is 1,025 miles to the west. Cardinal directions north, east, south, west. I forget how raised up this is. It's like inches from my camera. But yeah, very fun. I'm loving it. All right, cool. So let's turn that back up. Yeah, they're down. Okay. This is KTRS St. Louis barely coming in again. It might be a rough night. I don't know. Hopefully it gets better. So, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles to the southeast.
I mean, that's just for practice, actually.
Oh, well, the inert rounds, if you hit the target, or the kinetics, if you hit the target, you can reuse them. So you just got to hit the target so that, you know. But, no, I like...
So here's 560 WIND, the answer. Chicago station, local, coming in perfect, of course. What can you expect? It's pegged the meter here. All right.
Now, like you say, they got the non-lethal weapon, and I...
Couple stations here. You hear music and then you hear talking. I think the talk is WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan, or KXSP, Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah, 137 miles versus 405 miles. Same wattage, believe it or not. Okay, we got music on 600. Now, I don't recall what that would be. If you guys know, let me know. I may, if I have something, I'll put it up here, but I don't think so. We're hearing music, definitely. I don't think that's WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. That's usually news. That's to the west. And I'm pointing this to the southwest. So right now we're southwest and pointing northeast. So I'll give you an idea if you're trying to figure out what station this is.
Business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
You only get one chance to make a first impression, and that goes double for your home listing, because that's how you're going to get the most value, by having a customized marketing plan specific to your property with professional photos.
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
One Benefit Realty has brought to the table since 2004.
Can't hover on the music, but I'd like to. CFCO 630 Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts. Coming in really good. Love that. Nice. Okay, let's keep going.
scheduled for 9:30 a.m. Eastern from the Blue Origin's launch site in Van Horn, Texas. Following the flight, the first thing Gail King did after walking off the aircraft was kiss the ground. With the latest in entertainment at 17 and 47 minutes past each hour, I'm Morgan Wood on the Black Information Network, your home.
So WMFN, I had that right. 640, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts at night.
Where black news comes first.
So 650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles south. Yeah, this is doing good now. Yeah, I'm just going to check my connections here real quick.
The guy sounds acceptable. Yeah. You know, if you don't want him, it should have been a bigger story. I should have got wind of it, but it's Juan Soto, so. Oh, yeah. Not a big story. But when the Angels did it against the Marlins, it was like, yo, you know, he got a talking to from Lindor and Mendoza. Oh, yeah, but he's not Soto, so Soto gets a pass, because Soto's Soto, right? You know, he can do.
Here's 660 WFAN, New York, home of the Yankees, 750 miles northeast. Now this is cool. It's coming in. I get a little bit breakthrough from 670, so I just tuned back about a step or two on that 1 kilohertz. That's all you really got to do. I don't have to engage the upper or lower sideband. I could show you that real quick, though, see if it comes in a little bit nicer. Let's try the lower sideband to get away from the upper part of this frequency. So let's go ahead, turn the volume back on, and show you that. So. Okay, not really helping much here. It's got quiet. Synchronous.
What the business can do. I don't know. It's going to be a good series, but I just think the Knicks are 3 teams. Right.
So you get the idea. It's best just to tune it back a kilohertz. That works pretty good. Okay, let's keep going. I got to monkey with this here. 660. Okay, we're going to step value up to 10 again. All right. Cool. So this is learning the buttons and what they do here. And you can watch me and you can correspond with the same radio. Get the same firmware and you're rocking.
Will bounce one slowly past the mound. The third baseman Machado gloves it and throws to first to get him. And the ball game is over.
Oh, it's over.
San Diego Padres have beaten the Chicago Cubs 10-4 in Game 1, and we'll be back with the totals in a moment.
Who would have thought?
On the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the
So 670 to Score to SCR Chicago. Yeah, I got a cable. I got to just unplug and plug back in. Give me a second here. Don't you love like technical difficulties? Yeah, we're just gonna keep live, keep it rolling. Just gonna plug it in and out a few times and see if that helps us out. So I heard some signal breaking up, and I was wondering what that was as I was moving the coil, and I figured it was the main connection. So all right, let's rock. Should be cool. All right.
Each Sorter Pro Painters business is independently owned.
Treating it for what it is. Hopefully that'll start taking away some of that big time that people experience.
What's here then with these? How do these get adopted? This is sort of guidelines for you and everyone else out there in this field, right?
Well, clinical practice guidelines tend to be directed mainly towards...
Okay, this is CJOB, Toronto, CJOB, Dauphine, Manitoba, 850 miles northwest. A little bit of interference from 670, but I tuned it up a little bit to get away from 670, and here we are. Sounds good.
Guidelines to the people that need to have them. So there's lots of training for health professionals. There's training and education for the public, and hopefully better access to the various treatment options.
Yeah, there is a lack of that, I gather. I mean, not to mention there's a lack of a lot of things in the medical system right now, but there is a lack of options for adolescents right going through this.
Okay, so I think we're picking up a little bit of CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles.
When they're doing these surveys. And as we've seen in the past, anytime you do a survey, if you don't, if you do a push poll, if you say based on this, and this, what are your feelings, or how do you support this? Or
700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east, coming in like a local.
Because you're giving them either negative or positive information, which influences their opinion, as opposed to this flat out asking the question.
Oh, they're playing cool music on WGN, Raleigh James Show on 720 here, Chicago. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's cool to hear music going on here. Nice. Tennis pointed southwest and northeast. I have a feeling these are southwest stations, possibly. I don't know. This could... CKDM? I don't know about that. This could be a Canadian station. Hard to tell on this one. There's a CKAC as well, Montreal, Quebec. If I know, I'll put a little pop-up here. Let's keep going.
And I know just how.
740 CFZM, Zoomer Radio, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles northeast. I love this station.
I sell them by the pail.
Certified order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly,
750 WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles southeast.
Are so good on this one, so just want to bring you an update. Also, this story, Blue Origin, which is a Bezos project. Jeff Bezos, this space travel.
760 WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
An all-female crew.
You know, I'm 55. It's grown men my age, and it's like, it's okay, and something, you know, I mean, something's got to be done, because I know everybody says, oh, it's legal now, but these people are getting behind the wheel of a car. And it's insane.
I agree with you, Charles. Go ahead, I didn't mean to cut you off.
770 WABC, New York, New York, 750 miles northeast.
Smell it, and I'm looking at them, and it's like, and nothing's really being enforced about it. I mean...
And all the PDA. Looking for love sucks. Thankfully, California Psychics can give you the guidance you need to find the one. We guarantee if your reading is...
780 WBBM, News Radio, Chicago. They got old-time radio coming on in a few minutes. Yay! All right.
Experience the joy of certainty. California...
Meanwhile, there's a feature which we shared with you this morning. Maybe you'd already read it, but how young men are changing what conservatism looks like in Canada. This is actually
So, Canadian station, CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles.
popular through how young guys relate to women, to what their politics are.
I don't understand it unless I'm missing something. As best I can tell, you got the governor of Pennsylvania, a guy who should be protected, his wife, their...
Should be WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles. Yeah, if they're talking sports, it's WHB at Kansas City, but since they're not, definitely WGY.
The security team at the Penn proposal to witness our losses and our suffering to understand what the Russians are doing. You still believe that we're not that they are not the aggressors.
You know, we know those dogs. ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place.
Okay, so the ZipRecruiter ad on A20 is WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles southwest. Now when I turn the antenna to this direction, which is also southeast, I'm picking up WCPT, which is a local that powers down at night.
ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their access to no wonder.
After having one of Advent's simple breathing triangle procedures, people are amazed at how freely and clearly they can breathe.
I'm happy with the procedure. I'm very glad I did that.
I'm happy with the procedure. WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles, due west.
Appointment at adventknows.com, because Advent starting today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Getting hit by a careless driver is reckless. What's also reckless? When the insurance companies try to pay next to nothing for your pain, suffering, and medical bills.
WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. They got Ground Zero on, and then goes to coast, which you're going to hear in a moment, all over the place.
Our team will fight fiercely to get you.
Colorado, it's KOA.
You guys just saved my commute.
I've been listening to Sports Talk on KOA since 1981.
Of KOA.
At Pella Windows and Doors.
If you didn't get the call letters, I said it a million times. KOA. This is Denver, Colorado, 890 miles due west from my location. That's cool. It's on a mountain, so yeah, it tends to travel everywhere.
There's long-term savings with energy-efficient design, industry-leading warranty, superior craftsmanship, and a team of dedicated experts to help you put it all together. Visit PellaofDenver.com and schedule your free consultation today. That's
Son, et en 25 ans, il pourrait être libéré.
Si la Cour suprême a invalidé la loi de M. Harper sur les peines consécutives qui avait au départ permis une...
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles, and French speakers, as you can tell.
législation, en invoquant la disposition...
proposed by the Trump administration in exchange for continued federal funding. And now the administration has frozen $2.2 billion in grants and contracts.
So this is 870. This is WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati, Ohio. Hello. WWL 870, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles south. I'll get it right. It's like a rookie Todderbert.
From the worldwide headquarters of ESPN, this is Sports Center All Night on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Now,
it's like they don't even get call letters anymore. Just talking about ESPN and the app. Who cares about it? Come on, man. I got a radio here. I want to hear it on the radio. 880 WHSQ used to be WCBS, and no longer. It's kind of unfortunate, huh? Now we got a sports station. Yay, sports.
As for the WNBA, it will tip its
New York, 750 miles, coming in like a local.
players to its ranks.
With the first pick in the 2025
This was a serious mission where data and research were collected, but for those people wondering if Katy Perry sang, she did on Descent, and she chose a classic, What a Wonderful World.
You're listening to ABC News.
offer not valid at all.
890 WLS, Chicago.
Details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're...
Invite high school students to compete.
Oh, nice. I got some Pink Floyd playing on 940 WFAW Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. It's semi-local. I like it. It's awesome. They're playing Pink Floyd.
With some shaking after a 5.2 magnitude earthquake caused some rattling. How you right now. Just an overwhelming sense of gratitude. It's super surreal just being here with other draft invitees. My teammates are here, my family's here. Just super grateful. I've been focusing on staying present, staying where my feet are, and to.
So MVP Chicago, ESPN Sports. Their signal's been kind of fading in and out at night, so I don't know if they changed the power or they do something special, but there you go.
To still be here, standing here against all odds.
In both ways, a bit slower on the inbound side. The Sumner has the right lane blocked, and that blocks the ramp to Stero Drive. This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family.
So that's pretty cool. Almost pegged the meter there. It says 1030 WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts. It's 880 miles due northeast. Very cool.
Traffic on the 3s. Here's the 4-day WBZ AccuWeather forecast.
For the early morning hours, it'll be mostly cloudy with a couple of showers late.
It's the preset.
Super easy.
And thank you for keeping it free.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio!
Hello, I'm Marissa Jarrett Winoker. Performing on stage takes mental and physical.
It's free, but I'm sure it has a ton of ads. WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles west.
Cancers are caused by
Cool down, as by Thursday we're back to a lot of sunshine again, and we'll be warmer. High temperature Thursday up to 63, even warmer on Friday with times of clouds with sunshine. High temperature in the mid to upper 60s, and we could be talking about highs well into the 70s.
KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Meteorologist Brian Thompson. The suspect in the arson at the governor's mansion in Harrisburg.
Corey Marchesotto, CMO of Elf Beauty, partner of iHeart Women's Sports, talks about partnerships.
I see brands as antennas. So we send out the elf signal, and what comes back is people who want to be a part of this story. Why are we partnering?
Here's 1100 WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles. Yeah, so interesting. There are some storms there in Ohio.
For better results for every budget, visit iHeartAdvertising.com. With no application fee.
Curry almost never even joins the work.
KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
With Frank Morano.
They're running a strange program, y'all.
Now, here's Frank Morano.
That sound signifies Coast to Coast is now taking over the AM band. This is 1140, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles east. So there's 1180. This is Rochester, New York. Wham! 545 miles. I think I could just watch the meter here and just tune the antenna. There we go. Look, it pegged it. Yeah, nice.
President Donald Trump once again reiterated that Iran must abandon.
There you go. Cool. George Norrie here. Yeah, 1180 Wham! Love it, man. This is cool. All right, keep going.
Any hope of obtaining nuke weapons later tonight? Witchcraft.
1210 WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. Now we're just going to cruise up the band and then we'll end this.
Any hope of obtaining nuke weapons?
And sell direct from our huge, clean warehouses. There's no middleman and no retail expenses. That's why more contractors buy from us. And you can...
So there's WLAC. This is Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles south.
You have to know you're getting the best price? Visit a Buy Floors Direct warehouse or go to buyfloorsdirect.com.
Sounds like a country music station at 1530. That's cool. I love it. Man, get this thing centered. Yeah, and then we got WCKY news station, sports station out of Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Deadline. There were multiple teams that pursued Durant in trade, and there were some teams where there were also mutual interests. Those teams included Houston, New York,
and 400 times the size of that dot to read it. Now I thought, well, let's do that.
Okay, there's CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. Just caught it very faint. He said KCJJ. It's Iowa City, Iowa. We're looking at 210 miles to the west. No, sorry, excuse me, 175 miles to the west. Okay, the odd music is CINA. I'll put a little pop-up for that. That's something new that I spotted on my dial recently. Okay, so we're picking up some music. This is KKLF, Richardson, Texas, 790 miles to the southwest. That's pretty interesting because usually I get a little bit of KBGG out of Des Moines, Iowa this way, 280 miles, and then Texas, southwest. So yeah, I'm picking up just southwest right now. Now we turn off the antenna, and there we go. We're done. All right, cool. That was a lot of fun. Definitely enjoyed that band scan. Very cool. So the ATS-20 Plus, hope you guys enjoyed it too as well. Of course, yeah, hooking up a twin coil to it, didn't expect anything less. Now, you don't need to go this expensive route. You could try to find these on, oops, I'm knocking stuff over. That was the pocket. Decided to take a dump there. You don't need the antenna, the twin coil. You don't need to set up here. And then that big element I showed you, you can just get like the Turk Advantage passive loop and do a direct connection with the same type of cable I showed you there. And it'll work fine, you know, and then you can just turn the loop to tune your station versus turning the radio. So also the radio does come with a whip. I'd show it to you. There you go, a 29-inch. This is great for shortwave, tuning in ham radio operators, FM, amazing. This even has RDS on it, by the way. Very cool. And then, yes, this will pick up some AM stations, medium wave, as well, your strong locals. So, yeah, not a bad little device. Like it, and then there's your BNC there. Yeah, liking that a lot. So there you go, the ATS-20 Plus. If you like it, like the video. 2, if you like these band scans, want to see more, hit subscribe to the bell icon, get notified. Future ones. And, of course, 3, comment down below about the ATS-20 Plus. Is it something you would want? I personally like the radio. I think it's a lot of fun here. Just enjoy all the features that it has. The ability to tinker on it, you know, like that battery down in there you can see. It's 850 milliamp. I forgot to mention that. It's lithium polymer. You guys at the end, at 39 minutes, are picking this up. You can actually change that. It has a little connection to the motherboard. And you can maybe build a little battery box below. Like if you have a 3D printer, you know, I would like to build a box similar to this shape and put it underneath and cut a hole here. Have some wires coming out to the battery box, and maybe have 3 18650s in that box. That'd be kind of cool. What do you think? Anyway, just fun to tinker around with this. Let me know if you guys own one and what your experiences are with it. If you're running this new firmware too, the ATS_EX. I really enjoy this firmware. What a big upgrade over the original firmware. It's a must. If you have this radio, you got to get that firmware on there. This radio, you just have to. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.